thinking about Thanksgiving, and not just the occasional perchance when I feel like it type, but the 1 Thessalonians 5:18, in everything give thanks type, which is which can only happen by faith, which you can only do as you're walking and living with the Lord, and you can only teach yourself as you're walking in the Spirit of God. But anyways, thinking about that kind of Thanksgiving, a pastor friend of mine put it so well. He said, okay, are you thankful? And the answer is, yeah, of course I am. When did you last express it? And such a great question. When did you last express it? I don't know. You know, when I had really good cause for it, or did I even then? And the thing is, if I'm not exercising my heart in it, then I will not find even the good opportunities for it, right? I mean, think about it. It's, you know, there is that verse in Jeremiah 33:11. You know, it says, the voice of joy, the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, the bride. And it's a great verse. And the end of the verse says, for I will cause to return the captivity of the land as at the first, saith the Lord. So that is a great promise. And it's saying there will be great thanksgiving and rejoicing because I will bring the captives back. So that's a good day to rejoice. And those days we usually find our voice if we know how to give thanks. But some people don't even do it then. I mean, think about it. Luke 17:17, Jesus says, this one leper came back out of the 10 whom I healed. Where are the 9 of them? Where are the 9? And I think those 9 were thankful. I mean, honestly, if you're healed from that terrible disease of leprosy by a miracle, I think you're grateful. But somehow, I think they just found something. There was something more pressing to do. They had to run to their families, and they had to rejoice, and they had to hug their loved ones. All good reasons make it a priority, but they didn't make it a priority to give thanks, and ended up missing their only opportunity to do so. And see, this is such a huge point in our lives, that we sort of need to push ourselves towards thankfulness, or else it will not happen, not even in the situations that really warrant it. It's just not going to be there. And I'm just thinking that this is so beautiful in our lives as believers. If we are teaching our hearts to give thanks, and if we are finding good causes, okay, don't get me wrong, there can be many cliches in Thanksgiving, okay? It's easy to create cliches and then just repeat those cliches, right? Like Christian mantras, which is just as stupid as any other mantras in any other religion, just as dumb and empty. They are not useful, okay? They are not what the Lord is looking for. But also, if we are teaching our hearts to be thankful, then we will be finding good causes, good reasons to be thankful in every situation. I love that verse in Zechariah 8, verse 19. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, the fast of the 10th, shall be to the house of Judah joy and gladness and cheerful feasts. Therefore love the truth and peace. I love that verse because now fasting is not one of these really joyous exercises, especially if you're a dude, especially if you're a guy like me who loves to eat. Fast is not a fun time and not a time of celebration, you know. And this verse says, those will be joyous and thankful occasions. And I love that. It's such a good point. When my heart is taught the thankfulness that God teaches me, then in fact I can find that reason to be thankful in everything. Not just saying the words, but I find the good reasons for it also, even in a day of fasting, even in a day of hunger, even in a day of challenge, even in a day of, when things are not plenteous. And I can find reasons to be thankful and say, yeah, Lord, I am grateful for this and that. And that feeds back beautifully health to our souls. Let's keep learning that, because we'll never become the masters of it. God bless you.